Kanye admits that he never intended to have children with Kim Kardashian. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kanye West, who is now known simply as Ye, has recently made a shocking confession about his past with Kim Kardashian, the woman he was once married to and with whom he shares 4 children. In a conversation that has sparked a lot of attention, Ye claimed that he never really wanted to have children with Kim in the first place. This surprising statement came at a time when rumors have been circulating that Kim is considering changing the custody arrangement of their kids. Right now, both of them have joint legal custody, but recent actions and comments might change everything. During a strange and unexpected interview with DJ Akademiks, Ye made these comments that many people found very surprising. He arrived at the interview wearing a black robe with a hood that reminded people of controversial white costumes associated with hatred, which made the moment even more tense. DJ Akademiks brought up the topic of Kim, pointing out that people have been questioning why Ye keeps talking about her, especially when some think he needs to take more responsibility for the choices he made. The host reminded Ye that he was the one who chose to be with Kim and started a family with her, which led to a serious reaction from Ye. Ye responded honestly and said that he accepts the blame. He admitted that he didn't want to have children with Kim even just a couple of months into their relationship. According to him, he felt that way early on, but things didn't go the way he planned. He also said that maybe it wasn't really up to him in the end and that it was all part of a bigger plan that he couldn't control. He suggested that even though he didn't want kids with Kim, it still happened because it was what God had planned. Kim Kardashian, who is now 44 years old, and Ye, who is 47, got married in May 2014. Their marriage lasted for several years, but it was filled with ups and downs. After many issues between them, Kim decided to file for divorce in early 2021. The divorce was finalized in November 2022. They have 4 children together: North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. All of them are still very young, and both parents are supposed to share the responsibility of raising them together. However, co-parenting has not been easy for them. Lately, things have become even more complicated. There were several reports saying that Kim might be thinking about taking away Ye's rights to make decisions for their kids. These reports came out after Ye released a new song that had the voice of their 11-year-old daughter, North, in it. The issue was that Kim apparently did not give her permission for their daughter's voice to be used, and this made her very upset. The song also had a part that included someone who has faced a lot of criticism in the music world, which added more tension to the situation. Ye admitted in the interview that this mistake was his fault. He said he accepted responsibility for what he did, including the decision to have children with Kim even when he felt unsure early on. His comments show that he has a lot of complicated feelings about the past and the choices he made during his relationship with Kim. Over the past few years, Ye has faced many challenges and public controversies. One of the biggest issues was when he made several harmful comments about Jewish people. These remarks led to a lot of people turning against him. Ye later said that doctors first told him he had bipolar disorder, but in February, he announced that he was actually diagnosed with autism. Along with that, he also got into trouble for saying that George Floyd died from something other than police violence. His words caused a lot of anger and pain for many people. He also made headlines when he wore clothing with the words, "White Lives Matter," which many people found offensive and inappropriate. At the same time, Kim has been speaking about her own feelings regarding their marriage. On a recent episode of her reality show, The Kardashians, she shared how hard it was for her to see someone she once loved turn into someone she no longer recognized. She talked to her sister Khloe about how much people can change and how difficult it is to accept that. Kim said that it's painful when you see a change in someone's personality that you didn't expect, especially when that change is permanent. She explained that it's not easy to continue living with someone who becomes a completely different person from the one you married. In a private moment on the show, Kim opened up even more. She said that sometimes marriages don't end because of the usual personal reasons that people think of, like not loving each other anymore. Instead, other situations come up that force people to separate. She shared that when life pushes you into a situation where ending the marriage becomes the only option, even though it's not what you wanted, it becomes a very painful experience. According to Kim, when something happens that changes everything and leaves you with no other way out, it makes the process of moving on a lot harder. Ye's recent comments, especially his claim that he never wanted children with Kim, have caused a lot of conversations online and among fans. Many people are trying to understand how someone can make such a serious decision, like having kids, even when they felt unsure from the beginning. Others are defending Kim and saying that she has done her best to be a good mother and co-parent under difficult conditions. Some people are worried about the effect all this public fighting might have on their children, especially since North is already starting to become part of the public world through things like music. Even though Ye said he didn't want children with Kim, the fact remains that they have 4 kids who are growing up and paying attention to everything happening around them. These kinds of public statements can be very confusing and upsetting for young children, especially when it's their parents who are saying them. People who follow both Ye and Kim have expressed concern about how the kids might feel hearing that their father didn't want to have them. There are also questions about whether this might lead to legal actions, especially with the rumors that Kim wants to change the custody arrangement. The way Ye and Kim handle this situation moving forward is very important. Right now, both of them share responsibility for raising their children. That means making decisions about their schooling, health, and even how they appear in public. If Kim feels that Ye is making decisions without asking her or respecting her thoughts as a parent, it could become a big issue in court. Using North's voice in a song without her approval is one example of something that could be seen as a serious problem in their parenting relationship. What makes this whole story even more emotional is how both parents have clearly been hurt by everything that has happened. Ye's words show that he has a lot of regrets and inner struggles about his past decisions. At the same time, Kim's reflections on her reality show prove that she has been deeply affected too. Even though they are no longer together, they are still connected through their children, and that means they will have to find a way to work together somehow. The situation between Ye and Kim is a very real example of how hard it can be to raise children after a relationship ends. It shows that even famous people deal with the same pain, regret, and confusion that many others face in similar situations. What makes it harder for them is that their entire story is playing out in the public eye. Every word they say, every mistake they make, and every disagreement they have is seen and talked about by millions of people. That kind of pressure can make things even worse, especially when it comes to something as personal as raising children. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.